We're board members, and we pay superintendent to run the district, and we have administrators, building leaders, teachers that know their jobs. And for board members to honestly to be involved, it kind of sets things back because you have employees that work for the district that say, oh, this is a board member, these are our jobs, what do we do? So I stayed out of that because they need to be able to handle anything that goes on in those buildings. Because without an assessment of what actually happened, and most of us not being there, and even if you're there, you were not there when it began, we need to allow Chief Morvay and Dr. Stola and the building principals and leaders and teachers to come together, and that's why school is closed today, so that they're able to do that, look at some tapes, see what happened, see who was involved, who may or may have not done their jobs, and then come back with a full report to the board. Then at that time, we'll sit down as a board and discuss what we can do to help. I don't think the state needs to get involved. You know, I'm old. Students were fighting when I was in school. They were fighting. That's just how it is. And again, you know, many people say, well, we couldn't control the school, or the children are not being controlled. But children don't tell teachers, hey, we're going to fight today. Things happen, and you react when it happens the best way that you know how. I talked to a student who his mother wanted him to be a student at Cheney, Visual Performing Arts. And he told me, he says, I'd like to go to East. And I says, well, why do you like East? And he says, I just want to experience it. I think it's a good school, and I'm just curious. So he's been there, and he's been doing well. And when this happened, they called me, and he said, our school is a good school. He said, I'm tired of grown-ups saying that our school is a bad school and something needs to happen. He said it's just a few kids there that continuously fight on a daily basis. He said that I can't concentrate on learning, and they need to be weeded out so that the rest of us who want to learn, can learn. Yes, I agree with that, because we have to do something. We have to. I'm not saying those students that cause the problems should be thrown to the side, but we have to deal with them in a different manner to find something to help them, because obviously they have more challenges than the rest of the students. Because we had a lot of, and even some board members saying that the SWAT teams shouldn't have been there, the police shouldn't have been there. And that mother said, you know what, my son was in that building. And she said, regardless of what people say or think, she said, I am happy that they did whatever necessary to bring that under control. She said, because it could have been a Sandy Hook, and my son may have been involved. So she said, thank you. And that's what we have to support all students, but we have to do it in a manner that everybody is able to learn in that building. I can't fault them in how they reacted, because again, this was something that just happened, and it happened very quickly. And they came when they were called to do what was necessary to bring the building under control. Again, for the support of the students that were in the fight or whatever was going on, to help them not to be hurt. And all of those students, all of those many students who were not a part of this, as well as our administration. I thank them for their help. I don't know what to say to people. You have to bring some control to the buildings. Okay, we don't want police. I'm not saying we welcome police, come anytime, but if it's necessary to save children in the building from being hurt, then that's what we have to do.